Congratulations, your charisma has just increased by 20% because the fact that you are watching this video already puts you ahead. Most people run through life on a day-to-day basis, completely invisible. They talk, but nobody really listens. They walk into a room and they instantly vanish into the background. And the most brutal part, they go their entire lives never considering to improve their social skills. They just accept it. They sit there thinking, I'm just not charismatic. I wasn't born with it. In fact, charisma has nothing whatsoever to do with genetics, looks, or how loudly you can shout in a room. Charisma is a skill that can be developed from scratch. You've just taken the first step towards developing it. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 specific charisma boosts that will increase your magnetic presence by 20% each. Together, they will hit the 100% mark and completely change the energy you bring into every single room, every conversation, and every interaction you ever have. And at the end, I'll give you a bonus tip that makes all 5 of them easier and more powerful. Let's get into it. Charisma Boost 1, the first mover rule. Most people are what I call waiters. And no, I don't mean the people serving food at your favorite restaurant. I mean the people who spend their entire lives waiting. They walk into a room and wait for someone else to greet them. They sit in a group and wait for someone else to break the awkward silence. They stand in front of a menu for 10 minutes because they are terrified of being the first one to make a choice. But that waiting has a cost. It creates a quiet, invisible pressure that everyone in the group feels. And the person who relieves that pressure, the one who moves first, immediately takes the highest status position in the room. This is called the first mover's rule. And it's simple. Be the first. Be the first to say hello. Be the first to introduce yourself. Be the first to make the decision, instead of, I don't know, what do you guys want to eat? You say, I'm craving pizza. There's a great Italian spot right around the corner. Let's head over there. And just like that, you took the social weight off everyone's shoulders, and they'll thank you for it. It works the same when you meet someone new. Walk up first, extend your hand first, say your name first. The first mover sets the tone for the whole interaction, and people remember the one who set it. This is actually one mission in our 7-day charisma challenge, but more on that later. Being first takes courage, but the next tip isn't about courage, it's about something even simpler. Charisma Boost 2, the intentional greeting. If you want to increase your charisma by 20%, then the fastest and simplest way is through improving your greetings. Think about how most people greet each other: a quick nod, a half hug where neither person fully commits, a handshake that feels like 2 wet fish meeting. Now think about the last time someone greeted you and it actually felt good, like they were genuinely happy you showed up. Let me give you an example. A while back I met the girlfriend of a friend for the first time, total stranger, and she gave me this warm, slightly longer hug. Nothing weird, just a real welcome. And just like that, all the quiet pressure of meeting someone new for the first time was gone. In 1 second, she made me feel like I already belonged. That's what a charismatic greeting does, and it's not complicated at all. It's made up of 3 small things. 1. Hold eye contact when they walk in, not staring, just actually seeing them. 2. Give handshakes with some grip and intention behind it, and give hugs that last just 1 beat longer than the average one. 3. Hold a warm, genuine smile while greeting. Bonus point: if you know their name, use it. Hey Sarah, good to see you. None of this takes more than 3 seconds, but those 3 seconds tell someone, you matter, I'm glad you're here. You're not just another person I'm acknowledging, and that feeling sticks. Most people are so caught up in their own head when they arrive somewhere that they go through the greeting on autopilot. Be the one who breaks that loop. A great greeting opens the door, but the energy you bring through that door, that's what gives you another 20% charisma. Charisma Boost 3, positive force. Do you know that person? As soon as they enter the room, the entire energy shifts. Everyone smiles a bit more, the vibe instantly gets better, and they just radiate this magnetic, positive force. You might think people like this are just born that way, and sure, some are. But once you understand the formula behind it, you can become that exact person simply by shifting your mindset. Before you walk into a room, any room, set yourself one goal. Make everyone's day at least 10% better. Not in a forced, fake, overly cheerful way, just through genuinely good energy. A smile that means something, a compliment you actually mean, noticing things, being present. This sounds simple, but most people do the opposite. They walk into a room thinking about what they need, what's wrong, what's stressing them out, and that energy lands on everyone around them before they've even opened their mouth. Energy is contagious. Humans are social creatures wired to mirror the emotional state of the people around them. When you walk in with genuine warmth and good energy, people's moods actually shift. They become a little lighter, and they associate that feeling with you. Now here's the part that holds back most people from that kind of positive energy. They think they need something big to happen before they're allowed to feel good. A promotion, a finished exam, or an extra zero in their bank account. But here's something worth sitting with. You already achieved things you said would make you happy, so what are you waiting for? Think about it. Something you wanted a year ago, 2 years ago. You have it now, and you moved straight past it without actually appreciating it. And even if you didn't achieve one single thing, the fact that you woke up this morning is enough of a gift to be happy about. Real gratitude is the single biggest factor behind how charismatic you can be. When you look at the people who are truly magnetic, how fulfilled and grateful would you rate them? There is a clear, undeniable correlation. Positive energy pulls people toward you, but the next tip is about how you specifically direct that energy toward others in a way that makes them feel genuinely seen. Charisma Boost 4, the intentional pause. Have you ever noticed how average guys talk when they get nervous or want to impress someone? They talk fast, they rush their sentences, they fill every tiny microsecond of silence with words like, or, you know. It's like they are terrified that if they stop speaking for even 1 second, they will lose the other person's attention. But in reality, that rushing does the exact opposite. It signals to the other person's brain that you are insecure and that you don't feel like what you're saying is important enough for them to wait. Truly charismatic people do something that feels almost unnatural to most. They own the silence. They use what I call the intentional pause. When they speak, they leave clean, intentional space between their thoughts. They don't rush to finish their sentence, and they don't rush to reply the exact millisecond you stop talking. Imagine you're in a high-stakes situation, like a job interview or meeting someone you really want to impress, and they ask you a tough question. The average guy panics. He blurts out the first thing that comes to his mind just to avoid an awkward silence, often rambling and digging himself a hole. But a magnetic person handles this completely differently. They look the other person in the eye, then they take a slow, deliberate breath, let a full second of silence pass while they actually think, and then they deliver their answer. That pause doesn't feel awkward at all. It feels incredibly powerful. It signals absolute certainty and self-trust. It forces the other person to lean in, waiting for your next word, because you've subconsciously communicated that whatever you are about to say is worth the wait. So here is your challenge for the next time you enter a conversation. Stop trying to fill the room with noise. Speak cleaner, speak slower, and don't be afraid of a moment of silence. Control the rhythm of the conversation, and people will naturally start adjusting to your speed. The intentional pause gives your words more weight, but to become truly charismatic, you need to go even deeper. You need to become a passion fruit. Charisma Boost 5, Passion Fruit. Most conversations run on autopilot. Great weather today, right? Yeah, no clouds around. Did you see Sarah's new hairstyle? Oh yep, it looks awful, doesn't it? 90% of conversations are boring small talk. What someone did over the weekend, who said what about who. Round and round in circles, nobody actually says anything, nobody actually learns anything, and everyone walks away feeling vaguely empty. But there's a specific type of person who breaks that pattern, not by being loud or taking over the conversation, just by steering it somewhere worth going. I call this being a passion fruit. It's the person who moves conversations from gossip and small talk toward the things that actually matter, goals and passions. The project they're working on all night, the hobby that makes them forget to eat, the thing they do if nobody was watching. This doesn't mean you shut down small talk or make everything serious. It just means you know how to take a conversation one level deeper when the moment is right. Someone mentions they've been busy lately. Instead of, yeah, same, you ask, what's actually taking up your time right now? Someone mentions they started something new. Instead of a silent nod, you ask, how did that start? Those questions invite people into a real conversation, and most people are starving for one. The person who makes that move is the person everyone remembers when they leave. Alright, here comes the bonus point I promised earlier, and it makes everything else you've learned so far 10 times easier to actually use. Bonus tip, outcome independence. If you ever want to improve your social skills in any way, then there is one thing you need to remind yourself of again and again. Their reaction is out of your control. Here's what it means. You give the firm handshake, but if they give you a noodle back, so be it. You say the genuine compliment, but if they answer with a flat thanks and move on, that's fine too. You bring the good energy, but if the room doesn't meet it, you don't deflate. You focus entirely on what's in your control, and you let go of the rest. Most people are running on autopilot. They're in their own head, dealing with their own stuff. Some of them aren't ready for genuine warmth or real energy. Some of them have spent so long in negative loops that a positive person feels almost uncomfortable to them. That's not your problem to fix, and it's definitely not a reason to stop showing up the way you want to show up. The most charismatic people aren't charismatic because everyone always responds perfectly. They're charismatic because they keep showing up the same way regardless of how people respond. That consistency is what makes people trust them. It's what makes them magnetic. Outcome independence is what makes every social skill feel easier to implement, and it's also the golden rule of our 7-day Charisma Challenge. 7 days, 7 simple real-life missions, each one slightly harder than the last. It's the fastest way to go from watching and knowing to actually doing and becoming. Charisma isn't a personality type, it's a decision to show up differently than most people do, every day in the small moments. And the 7-day Charisma Challenge is your chance to finally make that decision in real life. The link is on my profile. See you there.